Hi everyone, I'm Mindy from CuteGirlsHairstyles, and this is Mom Minute. As a parent, I know that your kids are the most important part of your life, and you just want to shower them with so much love, so sometimes it can get really tricky to say no. Every parent has dealt with this issue before. Kate asks, how can you buy clothes and toys for your kids without spoiling them? This question was a tricky question for me because just fundamentally, I really don't know that you can buy everything your child wants and not spoil them. I just think inevitably if you're gonna buy your child all the clothing and toys that they want and ask for their entire lives, you're gonna end up with spoiled kids. So I guess my first answer would be you can't. They're not cohesive together. I think that you really have to just say no as a parent and learn when enough is enough. There's a difference between a want and a need, and you have to understand that as a parent and be able to balance the two. So I'm gonna give you some advice on how to keep your kids grounded so that they don't end up spoiled, even though you may buy them a few things, but really I don't think you can buy them everything. One of my suggestions is just setting a budget for yourself and your children. You really don't need to be excessive every month, and by setting a budget, it keeps you in check from buying too much for them, because sometimes that's hard for parents not to do. And it also, if your kid is on a budget, it sets a stop for them as well. That's within reason, and everybody's budget is a little bit different. So one of my personal issues with buying too much stuff for your child is that it doesn't teach them the value of a dollar. And if your child doesn't understand the value of a dollar, they take everything for granted. So nothing becomes important to them or really very valuable. So my philosophy is teach your child to work. Make them work for some of those things they want, and then they'll value them more, they'll appreciate them more. For example, in my house, my kids are all on a budget. We call it their income. They don't get an allowance at our house, and they don't get paid for chores. Chores are just part of functioning in our normal household economy. I'm the mom, I help do things for them, and so their chores become what they contribute to our family society. So I will only pay them for things that go above and beyond their normal chores. And I also think you can start kids working from a very, very young age. Even my 2-year-old knows how to go around the house and help pick up toys. Now she may need guidance and she may need me to come in and help her, but she's fully capable of doing it. My son that's 5 takes out the trash for us every week. So it starts when they're really little. You can start having them help around the household, and that teaches them the value of work and how it feels good to accomplish those things. I make my kids, this might sound mean, but I ask them to pay for some of their birthday gifts. I don't make them pay all of it, and it's always within reason. As a kindergartner, my son might contribute a quarter to his friend's birthday presents. But I want them to understand that those things cost money and the value of a dollar. And so I start instilling them that things cost money. They're not just free. Mom and dad just don't have a tree in the backyard growing dollars that makes everything happy. And they need to learn that and have that skill from a very young age as well. Another example for my family would be that if they want something really nice, sometimes we ask them to contribute some money towards it as well. My daughter recently wanted a pair of Beats earphones, but it wasn't birthday and it wasn't Christmas, and so I didn't want to just run out and buy her the Beats she wants, right? Because they're kind of expensive. So we asked her to start making some of her own money by answering fan letters from people like you guys. So she's been very sweetly answering all of these letters, and we pay her like $1 a letter. It takes her a little bit of time to write it all out and get it all ready to mail, and then she's been saving up on this little Post-it note. She's been keeping track of how much I owe her, and when she finally had her contribution to it, then I started watching for Black Friday sales, and we got her a pair of Beats for, around Thanksgiving time, and she was so excited about it. She's thrilled to have these earphones, and I know that because she worked for them, she's gonna value them a lot more, and she's gonna really take care of them a lot better than if I had just run out on a whim and bought them for her. I really think that the best way to keep your kids from being spoiled is to make them work for some of the stuff that you're giving them and teach them the value of hard work and the value of a dollar. Remember, guys, it's important to not get too caught up in the materialistic things in life and to just try to remember what's really important. If you have another question, be sure to tweet me at TheMomsView, and we will see you next Saturday. Bye, guys.